This couple are having a stroll with their beloved dog in a park. After kissing, they cannot see the dog anywhere. They go to a tunnel to look for it. Unexpectedly, the dog is being tied by a thug. Some other thugs appear, and their dog is in pain. These men are all drunk. They start teasing Judy. Her boyfriend gives them his ring and money, expecting these men to let them go. However, they start beating them, and even recording the assault. They become more aggressive until the couple are unconscious. Judy wakes up after 3 days in a coma. But her boyfriend's funeral has been over. The police come to investigate. But Judy cannot recognize the killers because of her serious injury. After that, the police have to put off the case. Judy then comes to the police station, but she cannot meet the one responsible for her case. She goes straight to a weapons store with a secret plan. She is so frustrated in the police. But she does not have permission to use guns. After getting out, someone follows her. He brings her to a small alley, and slowly shows her a pistol. Judy accepts the deal because it is a chance for her to use a gun. That day, a robber comes in and kills the sales clerk in the store. Judy's phone suddenly rings, making a robber slowly approaches her location. Judy pulls out the gun, hides behind the stall, and shots him to death. She then goes to take the video in the recorder. Although she feels a little afraid, killing a bad guy is awesome. The officer Edward finds a shell casing with fingerprints on it. On the subway, this man has pulled out a knife. He is playing with Judy's hair, then directs the knife under her chest. Have you ever been stabbed? He is shot right away. His accomplice also gets 1 bullet from her. Judy sends 2 thugs to hell with only 2 bullets. This is the second time she has shot. Since her boyfriend's death, she has completely lost herself. In this time, Judy is no longer afraid. The police arrive after she leaves. They also find shell casings at this scene. These shell casings match the one found in the grocery store. The victims of these cases are all bad guys. Edward analyzes that these men were doing bad things. And the killer decided to fire the gun, because she did not want to be bullied. Now, Judy has pulled herself together. She is putting red lipstick on. She comes back to the train station to see how the police could deal with the case. Edward looks around and sees Judy. Although she turns away, Edward is skeptical. In the next day, when Judy gets out of the elevator, she sees Edward coming. He says he met her at the hospital. He feels sorry for her and promises that the police will bring her the justice. Sometimes, although the police want to arrest someone, they are too cunning to be caught. He then mentions a man on television to Judy. He is a notorious drug lord, but the police have no way to arrest him. After talking, Edward's sincerity makes Judy see him as a good cop. The city's security is very bad, that's why Judy has good opportunities. What could you do with $50? A man is talking on the phone in a car parked. In the back of the vehicle, Judy sees an unconscious girl. She takes this chance to get on the vehicle. That girl is not sober anymore. There is also a burn caused by the cigarette on her chest. Apparently, this guy brutally tortured her. When Judy says she will take this girl away, he immediately shuts the car down, but he is pointed by a gun. He is terrified. Judy takes this chance to get the girl out of the car. However, the man drives the car with an intention to kill them both. Judy uses the gun to shoot. The car is diverted to the girl. While he dies, the girl is seriously injured. Judy has to leave her and walk away because the police have come here. The result of the investigation shows that the bullet in this case is also the same as the ones found in the train station. Judy shows up in the police station as a reporter. Edward tells her that the injured girl will wake up soon. They will find out who is the killer. Edward calls her in the evening. Through the phone, Edward hears the sound of an elevator. Indeed, Judy is following the drug lord. He has many enemies. But he does not notice her because he has not seen her before. After getting out, Judy is still following him to the car. Judy asks him if he loses sleep in the night over doing bad things. The drug lord attacks her with a stick, but Judy smashes her head in his mouth. She then picks up the stick. Not long after, the police discover that the drug lord has fallen to death like this. Edward does not know what to say. Is this a slap to police's faces? During the research, he finds the sound of this building's elevator familiar. Is this the sound he heard from Judy's phone? Now, he is connecting the clues from the 3 cases. Edward calls Judy and wants to come with her to the hospital and see someone. That is the girl saved by Judy. Actually, Edward wants to see Judy's reactions when seeing her. This girl keeps protecting Judy. She says she does not remember anything. Edward runs out of ways. However, he meets Judy after that to give her an important clue. Her boyfriend's lost ring has been found in a jewelry store by the police. Edward wants her to come and detect the criminal. When she sees the third person, she recognizes him. However, she also says no. As her thought, she wants to finish him by herself. Indeed, Judy brings the ring to find evidence. After she goes to a few shops, she gets the seller's address and phone number. Edward is now very suspicious of Judy. He breaks the rule, orders someone to track Judy's phone. At night, Judy comes to the criminal's girlfriend. She recognizes Judy, but refuses to give evidence. "I saw what you did to you." Meanwhile, the research result shows that the night Judy said she could not sleep, she called the drug lord in that building. Edward assumes that Judy is actually the killer. In this moment, Judy gets a message from that girl. She sends her not only the address, but also the footage that night. It's her only chance to revenge. Judy goes straight to the thug's location, and gets inside. First, she sees her beloved dog. This man sees her but he does not recognize Judy. Judy gives him a shot, the other guys are running away. Now, her dog is helping her, smelling and leading her to their locations. After killing another man, she finally reaches an old room. Finding no one, she is suddenly attacked from the back. In this moment, Edward has come. He asks the thug to surrender. He rapidly listens to the cop. But this does not make Judy comfortable. She really wants to kill this man. However, Edward raises the gun and tells her she has no right to kill him. Edward is trying to convince her, when she puts the gun down. Edward says if she wants to use a gun, she should use an authorized one. He then gives her his gun. "What are you doing?" The thug tries to scream, "Shut up." The revenge is over. Edward asks Judy to shoot him. All the cases will be caused by these dead gangsters. They are killed by him, then the cases will end. Judy thanks Edward, she fires a shot and leaves.